Good morning, students. Today we are going to start second unit part B. In second unit part B, we will learn about the old way and new way. It is nothing but the difference between conventional process model and modern practice methods. Almost all software companies which were followed the conventional practice methods are changed into modern practice principles. So totally two approaches are there. One is conventional process models called as old way, and the new way is called modern practice methods. So in the second unit part B mainly focus on the principles between conventional and as well as modern software management methods that we will learn in the part B, right? Okay, now we will start the conventional process models. Conventional process models, old way and the new way, right? The principles of conventional software engineering, it mainly focused on the principles which were followed during 1980s and 1990. For 1980 to 1990, up to 1990, whatever the methodology followed by the software industries is known as conventional software method. So here 30 principles are there. All 30 principles are the base for the modern practice methods. So in those days, the managements, software company managements, so followed the 30 principles. So the 30 principles are the backbone for the latest principles followed by the modern software organizations. Okay. See, the principles are: one, make quality one. Make quality one means the product should be built as a high quality product, as a number one product. Second, high quality software is possible if the development team and management team both followed the strictly all efforts and all methods. If they followed without missing any requirement, then high quality software is possible. All requirements should consider. Third, give products to customer early. For each and every project there is a deadline or delivery date. Before the delivery date, the product should be delivered to the customers. Fourth, determine the problem before writing the requirements. First, you should state what is the client problem, that you should define before going to analyze all of its requirements. This is very essential. Problem statement is very essential. Normally, it is taken by the software analysts or software managers. Then evaluate design alternatives. All possible alternatives should be prepared. Sixth one, use appropriate process model. There are several process models are available to design the software tool or software project for the client. There are several methods. Examples: waterfall model, RAD model, incremental model, and a spiral model, and a prototype model. Like that, these models will help you to carry the project from starting stage to ending stage. Seventh one, use different language for different phases. Here, the software project is going to be built in different phases, starting with requirements phase to ending with the deployment phase. In each phase, appropriate tools and technologies must be used. For example, if you want to gather all requirements, the possible mechanism is ad hoc document. Ad hoc documents, the client requirements, you should note down and prepare a documentation file. that is called description file. Then once requirements is over, then we will move to analysis. During analysis phase, we will follow the UML diagrams like use case and class diagram, object diagram, etc. Eighth, minimize intellectual distance. So as possible as we need to provide facilities to development team so that on the knowledge or the support easily available in the development side. So all intellectuals means whoever knows the technology and the methods easy to access by the remaining rest of the people. Ninth, put techniques before tools. All possible techniques should be available. 10th, get it right before you make it faster. Before going to start the actual implementation work or design work, everything you should get ready. Then 11th, inspect code. Inspect code means, so you have to check the code, right? 12th, good management is more important than good technology. So technology always passive. Passive means technology is available. The technology should be used by the different persons in different ways. The good management is responsible for the success of the project. So their efforts are very, very important. Third, people are the key to success. The main success depends upon the people who are going to involve in the development of software project. They are key persons. The people are gathered or considered into different levels like engineering team, production team, and the testing team, assessment team, etc. The people are going to classified into different types. All are not same. Then fourth, follow with care. Every work should be taken with a careful observation and careful monitoring, and proper follow-up is essential. 15, take responsibility. Everybody should take responsible. They are the main responsible person to build the project from starting to ending phase. So finally, the assessment team is going to take the feedbacks and as well as the work progress, everything. 16 point. Understand the customer's priorities. Customer priority always should consider. The customer will expect the good product for his business. Okay, so 15 principles are sufficient. Remaining principles just you go through it. So Barry Boehm suggested 30 principles, top 30 principles. Out of 30 principles, 15 principles are sufficient. Okay. Plan to throw one away. Design for change. 20. Design without documentation is not design. Why this point they are saying for each and every activity there should be a documentation. For even the coding part and design part, for every activity in the software process there should be a documentation. Documentation is nothing but description of the work. Use tools but be realistic. All tools and technologies should be used but they are reality. Avoid tricks. Should not you should not follow any tricks or just makeups. You have to use only the work and the technology. You should not do any fault tricks. Okay, encapsulate. Use coupling and cohesion. Use the mappable complexity measure. Do not test your own software. Analyze causes for errors. Realize that software entropy increase. People and time are not interchangeable. 30. Expect excellence. So excellence means finally what we have to assume that the product is a excellent one. Always we should feel that whatever the project they are going to build to be considered as a excellent tool, and it should be useful and should be compulsory managed by the software company, and as well as it will helpful for the client needs. Okay, good. So in next class we will follow the principles of modern software management. This is very very important. So in second unit part 2, mainly focus on two important principles of conventional software engineering. Here, whatever the principles followed in 1980s to 1990, during that period, uh, that 10 years, a decade, 10 years decade, whoever followed the principles are called conventional software principles. Most of the software companies were followed during that time, and these are benchmark for modern principles. All modern software techniques, methodology, and principles which have been taken from the conventional principles only, right? Okay.